Hello, peeps. I am Tidbit, she, her. I do voices, I play games, and today we're doing voices while playing a game, and that game is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. We are still in the first of 3, but we are on case number 5. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mr. Wright, so, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused.
Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? Ugh. Perfect recap time. The victim, Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. And? Yes, I said and.
What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car, if you don't know.
Well, that's what we're gonna find out. Or try to, at least.
Alright, let's do this.
I'm glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's gonna be much help with this.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us.
Oh, cool, you can teleport.
February 23rd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares?
Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in the evidence room. No biggie.
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it.
That oil drum, was it empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never.
Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister.
That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her.
Big words for a high school student. Whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
Huh? What's that grin for?
This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid.
Why do I have a feeling that's going to be a staple and we're never going to shorten it?
Never ever. Who would say LTF?
Luminol?
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there.
But wouldn't the police have already done those tests?
Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Right? Opens the bottle. So drinking this allows you to see bloodstains.
No! Here, look. I'll lend you my glasses.
Huh? You had an extra pair? Yeah.
To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press space to spray it on. Okay, Let's find us some bloodstains.
This truck, it isekai'd someone, didn't it?
They cleaned it off. When you get isekai'd, your entire corpse just disappears. So no one can remember you were a person. It's so small.
I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, this is a bloodstain?
It's so... Ugh.
Emma, you're shaking.
It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood.
The scientific investigation in action.
Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course.
What's odd about this? Scientifically? The amount. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood?
I definitely think so.
Where are we? That was the trial. That's the trial. Here we are.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds. Line up at the start. The running speed starts slowly, but gets faster each minute after you hear this signal. A single lap should be completed each time you hear this sound. Remember to run in a straight line, and run as long as possible. The second time you fail to complete a lap before the sound, your test is over.
Conker! Hi!
Hey dude, what's up?
Is that like your entrance noise, or are you playing that through a phone?
You know how long that I stood here for?
I do not.
4 minutes.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And you did not notice me.
No, because I have the streamer mode on, which means I don't hear entrance noises.
Oh, I don't have an entrance noise.
No, I just mean like the normal Discord join sound. You know. That one.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, sorry. You have to come in and go, hello, like a fucking sitcom.
I would like to see the baby.
The baby?
The stream.
Oh, right. I wasn't streaming because no one was in here.
Yeah, boy.
Do you want to take over Phoenix?
Sure.
I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe.
It is pretty strange. If they fought here, they'd have to have been more blood than this.
Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay?
Ain't that like tampering with evidence?
No, it's our own piece of the floor plans. It's just us marking notes. See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right?
Yeah. And this stuff's pretty handy, too.
I saved up my allowance to buy that.
Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Skye.
We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case.
Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it?
It is a crime. Guess I should give this spray on... Give this a spray on anything suspicious. Who's this mysterious character?
Huh. Oh.
Oh, it's the Lunchables lady.
That's a more respectable brand. Doesn't have mold in their cheese. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house.
Stay old? Sorry, it's just that kind of lead and doesn't get my mouth watering. It does have mold on it.
Oh no, I am the lunchly lady now. You certainly put me in a tight spot today.
My apologies, Miss Star, but
No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right over there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see? I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand! That's unforgivable!
and also a crime.
Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Oh. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. Well, you're not a detective anymore, so you could be lying.
This photograph had something important to tell us, but what?
So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes. It was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up.
Coughed it up, huh?
They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know? I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Every day, I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. Before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Ooh.
That is not a good title.
Hey, doll. Do you want to take over Emma, doll?
No. Give me a second.
Meow.
Your lunches. Bitch.
Hmm?
Huh?
Are you quiet, doll? I think you're quiet. Conker, can you hear doll?
A little bit.
Let me check what mic's on.
Come closer. I have to see the baby.
I don't know why I would be quiet.
Oh, you're fine.
It
Oh,
doesn't make any sense to me.
you got turned down in Discord back to 100. Weird.
Who did this?
Skill issue.
Alright, can you read that line again?
And here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches, bitch.
And you were let go, fired?
I felt that I'd found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident.
SL9? Wait, no, she doesn't mean.
You're thinking of DL6. SL9.
EL6, SL9, whatever. Language is just a human construct. Don't pay attention to it.
Filed my DL6, I already filed my SL9. What's the difference? Jail.
If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes.
So you went straight to the scene of the crime?
I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes.
In other words, 5 minutes after the crime?
Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were.
The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem.
Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time.
That time.
9:15. What do you think about this?
The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note, Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know.
Really?
That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet.
Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? No.
That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable.
Disposable? To who?
2 years ago, it was the biggest case I ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence.
These feel like fighting game characters. This is a fighting game roster.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, they did have a fighting game UI for the Apollo trilogy as a menu option, so we could.
So they didn't solve it.
On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Executed?
Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It didn't get any cleaner than that.
Wait, the people I've been sentencing have been killed? What the fuck, man?
What the hell?
Von Karma's dead, don't you know?
The death penalty is a punishment in the judicial system? What the fuck?
The only
I
problem
thought the death
was...
penalty was like a sudden death kickoff at the end of a football game.
I thought that we just had to fight each other like on a big cliff. I didn't think that it would kill people.
Haven't you played Tekken?
Haven't you played Tekken? People survive from volcanoes all the time. The only problem was that you never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred.
What? But the criminal was executed, right?
Oh, on the basis of evidence of a sort, made up evidence.
The criminal was a computer file. We executed them. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence?
The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved
with the case. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job.
And you were one of them?
Myself and one other person you know as well.
Wait, could it be?
Miles Edgeworth! No.
Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall.
Oh, that was my next guess. After, like,
Dr.
Clark
Marshall.
Kent and Robin Williams.
As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over. And he was demoted.
Jake is a term for cops, because cops look like Jakes.
All I can think of is like Jake from Adventure Time or Jake from State Farm.
I remember the Game Grumps talking about that, where Dan's like, my friend would usually call cops Jakes because they all look like they'd be a guy named Jake.
Yeah. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I.
You haven't forgotten SL9?
There was another side to that case, a hidden side, like the Lego sets. That's what we're
Like a
after
land of
now.
dragon.
And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us.
Wait! Those lunches you sell.
There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate.
Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway?
What do you mean old?
Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence.
Old would either imply exes or, like, I don't know, something else that doesn't make sense either.
I mean, I kind of see it of just like, oh, they were boyfriends when she was a detective and she worked there, but now that she's fired, she just comes in and sells them lunches.
But, like, she's trying to get something out of them.
Yeah.
That's, like, why there's the whole thing going on. So before, what was she trying to get out of all of them?
Maybe that's what is slightly not
And why
said,
would Phoenix
is that
know the
she
case?
wasn't talking to them until recently.
Right, but then why would they be old boyfriends? Just the
Because-
word old doesn't make any sense to me.
Because she hasn't seen them in like almost 2 years.
What? There
You
has
gotta
to be a
understand, flip
connection.
phones are
We
pretty
gotta get-
technologically advanced here, so I don't imagine there's Facebooks.
There has to be a connection. We need to get downtown fast.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
train connects? Come on.
It's on your Facebooks and your Tamagotchis.
So, rookie,
Rookie from Club Penguin.
What?
it seems like you're serious about investigating this case.
Yeah, because it's my fucking job.
Then you should take this.
Salisbury steak? Salisbury steak lunch. Cool.
I know a certain guy who might help if you tempt him with this treat.
Oh man, it comes with 3 whole fries.
A steak received from Miss Star.
Miss
Those are
Star,
wooden
you only put
stakes
3
to
fries in
stab a
this.
vampire.
Of course.
This is like the
Miles
exact
Edgeworth
wrong
would
amount of
die.
fries. I said it. Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his, doing some stuff with him?
Doing the old devil's tango.
Why do you want to know?
Well, that would make you my mom, and I don't want that. I was just wondering. A long, long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams, the story that you were about to be told took place in the holiday worlds of old. Now you've probably wondered, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice.
What
This
was
is
that, doll?
Nightmare Before Christmas?
Okay, it's like what sleeper agent are you trying to summon here?
I have seen that movie hundreds of
Trying to
times,
summon.
genuinely.
Trying to summon the ancient goddess of that one lady from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Sally.
Sally,
Yeah.
he got along so well with my sister it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then.
This would be an officer. Marshall was a detective.
He would give me cookies laced with marijuana to plant drugs on me just in case, but I didn't mind because I got a cookie out of it and I was like,
Play a
a child.
joke on you.
Yeah, just in case. You know how officers are. But now he's so cold.
Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that.
What happened to her eye? She moved and her eye did a thing and I don't know what it was.
She has heterochromia. One eye is gray. And that's
But her
when
hair
she's doing
didn't
the
flip.
serious portrait.
I'm sure her hair didn't flip though. I think. Oh well. I
Her
see.
head did
Thank
flip.
you.
Officer Jake Marshall.
Yeah, sometimes they
Jacob
just
Marshall.
skip the flip animation and just go to the other sprite. Okay, let me talk to her. Oh gosh, that... What are we, a knight? Why is there 4 moves?
Move!
Remember how bad this investigation is.
February 23rd, Police Department entrance.
Green as ever.
It's even busier here today than it was yesterday.
The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring like a blue blur. You know,
I
blue
suppose that
badger
makes sense.
speeds by.
A detective
Blue
did
badge
get killed
Earth?
here after all.
So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is.
She's like a kid in an amusement park.
No. If we go over that ride, we won't be around for these 3. So we gotta go to these 3, prioritize them first, and then hit this on the way to the bathrooms. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. We gotta gamble on being able to make it to the bathroom in time after riding that ride.
Gambling.
February
Buddy, I think
23rd.
you got a problem.
I wonder
Evidence
whose office
room,
this is.
guard station. I wonder.
I feel like a cowboy hat that has a cow pattern on it is the definitive, this is a guy who just idolizes cowboys but has never met one or been any experience with
Yeah.
them.
It's like he likes the aesthetic, but he just doesn't know any of the in-depth stuff.
It's like your uncle who grew up with Western movies and he just goes ooh, this is a funny little cactus with a hat.
I like this, but I know nothing of the history. What's with the decor in this place? It's pretty eccentric.
It's pretty Western, dumbass. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room.
So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. Did he leave a trap?
Phoenix, if we're gonna do an investigation together, I need to make sure that you figured out who this room belongs to already. If you haven't, I'm leaving. I don't trust you if you can't figure this out. It sure seems that way. Oh!
Well, I know whose place this is. This is obviously Marvin Grossberg's place.
Of
I'm
course.
going now.
You see that skull? That was his lunch last week. What's wrong?
It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. What?
If you can't handle the cacti, stay out in the desert.
I tried to find tidbit cactuses for hours and I couldn't.
What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, then where's the guard?
What'd you say, doll?
I tried to find tidbit cactuses for hours and I couldn't. In Minecraft, remember?
Oh, that was so long ago.
That was a
That
while.
was like 2 months ago? 3, 4?
No, that was not 2 months ago.
That was like February, so it was like 3, 4. It's like end of February.
Okay.
I have a feeling I know who he is already.
Oh,
Wait,
Wait,
did Phoenix
what?
actually not know who that was?
wait, what?
Yep, you have to go in and go, guard's missing, and walk back out.
What?
February 23rd. We're here again. We're back in the
This-
fucking building.
This place is charged with frantic energy as always.
This case is bad.
Oh. Conker, I'll take Phoenix. You'll get
Okay, cool.
Gumshoe and Marshall.
Oh, okay.
This is Gumshoe.
Oh, please!
Huh? Wasn't that?
One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you.
Detective Gumshoe.
Now's not the time for chit chat, man. Pal, I'm a busy man.
Wow, you're so hungry you forgot your catchphrase.
What? I really needed that steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale.
Oh.
He just falls over, dies on the spot of hunger, and Phoenix gets charged.
He turns into a skeleton.
No, I wouldn't get charged. If I had Maya here, on the other hand, then we'd get charged. But no, I'm fine. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
Now's not the time for despair.
Yeah, we're not in Danganronpa.
We've caught our criminal. Now is just need for the evidence.
The criminal. You mean...
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, Val?
On the
It was
same
you.
day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department.
I don't like the way this makes their suits look. It doesn't look
Yeah,
red and blue anymore.
And the perpetrator. Do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect, just arrested him, in fact.
It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
But, Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal, all I know is that I need a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my tum-tum.
You know we have one, right? You can pay us in talking.
We literally just said that it's not for sale.
Yeah, well, talking's not sale. This is not a transaction on the books, officer.
If you want to know more, then head on down to the detention center, pal. I didn't say that right. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry.
Oh,
Later.
he ran off to the evidence room.
Well, this investigation is off to a running start. And then we go to...
It said that the evidence room is near the guard station, right?
Yeah, but we're not going to the guard station. We're
Why
going
not?
to... Where is it? Oh, here it is.
February 23rd, detention center, visitor's room. I forget who is in this room. I remember who is in this room.
Is it Maya
I think I
Fey?
know.
No.
Is it
Still, I do feel
miles,
better
Angela?
about things a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? We can pat him on the back ourselves.
Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing.
Whee!
Do you know who
What
it is
great
now?
band. Whee!
That's my favorite band.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who did we have as...
They made SpongeBob.
Yeah, they made
Oh.
SpongeBob.
They also made a country album for some fucking reason.
They made Where'd the Fucking Cheese Go?
They made Waving My Dick in the Wind, Bananas and Blow, other ones. What was that? Freedom of 76, Philadelphia, baby.
Conker. Meekins.
Sir, that's not what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator. I'd say I was the perpetrated against her. That's what I'd say.
Perfect.
Traitor, sir.
That is so good, Conker.
Hi, greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are.
Excuse me, but is this Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Officer Meeklins. So you're a guard here at the detention center?
Wow, he fails so much an L appeared in his name.
Hooray.
No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm just a little lost patrolman, like a lost little lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report?
No, sir. How should I say this?
Wait, he isn't. Is he? You...
Emma would become his boss, right? No, not his boss.
Yeah, he becomes a judge bailiff.
Does he?
Yeah, he shows up in the Apollo Justice trilogy, and frickin' Trucy, 6-year-old magician, frickin' dupes him. You, Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you?
Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir.
He has a bandaged hand, too. What? What? He made a blood pact with Emma.
Now, this is an unexpected turn of events.
They had an awkward blood pact where they used the wrong hands. He used his left, she used his right, so they have to kind of just like
Palm to
awkwardly
palm.
twist their arms and slap their arms together.
I mean, if it's her right and his left, they just do like the palm to palm thing, like a high five.
Sir, I'm the patrolman with the general affairs, sir. Sir!
Ow! I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins.
I had some business that day, sir, and I went out to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir.
So normally there's a guard in the evidence room?
That's right, sir, because the evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall.
Officer Marshall?
Phoenix, you are so fucking stupid.
I've never heard of that name before.
This would be more tolerable with like Biscuit's Phoenix, where it's just like, ah, Phoenix, that idiot.
Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor.
Yeah, sadly, Biscuit hasn't been showing up for a while. The spot
He's a
is
busy
still
beaver.
open.
That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir.
He's drawn like the Crimson Chin.
A suspicious person, yeah!
What the heck is this guy doing?
So what happened then?
After that, sir, everything was right. I saw red, and then I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center.
How long were you out? Days?
What is that, a lanyard? Might I ask, what happened to your hand?
No, that is not a lanyard. It's a little tiny packet of good luck, which he sorely needs.
What?
Is that his ADHD machine? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir.
A bandage on his hand. Just like Ms. Sky. Huh. I wonder what that means.
They're the same person.
With different hands.
Miss
got it?
Sky was just Officer Meekins in disguise.
Yeah, they completely rotate backwards. Just my right becomes my left, but my left becomes my right. You figured
I mean,
it out.
you can't see the back of them in this game.
Yep.
Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office.
First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand.
I mean, actually tell us about the victim.
I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right?
Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir.
You're Superman, right? Right? Mommy said you weren't real.
If you have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim.
I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive. And well at that.
I have full confidence in the police force to only arrest guilty individuals, as has been proven by my career.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not guilty. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that.
Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman?
No! Well, sir, if you had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say that he leans heavily into the total stranger side.
So, you didn't know him?
Sir, the work in a tiny department devoid of lights and other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives.
So if he's a total stranger, why did you strap him 37 times
Sir,
to the neck and write your name into him?
No intention of killing him, sir. None.
Carl!
Carl, where are his hands? Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir.
It's okay, I bandaged his hands.
At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand. Sorry, got off track. Did that happen during the course of the crime?
Well, you see, sir,
Don't you think you should just confess already?
But, but there was nothing I could do.
Nothing you could do?
Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious.
The next thing you knew, you were... Huh?
Is he a sleeper agent? Then when I opened my eyes...
He screamed his own sleeper agent phrase.
Yeah.
Pope knife!
I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared.
Well, that's funny.
Then, when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt?
The victim's body disappeared?
That's story. Well, bye.
You recognize this?
Do you think you can take a look at this? Have you
Hey!
realized?
That's sir. That's it. That's it.
That's what?
My head was a blank. Wait, my head was a blank?
Mm-hmm.
My head was a blank until this very moment. But now, sir, I remember. I remember, sir.
You mean you remember what happened?
Correct. That card is the cause of it all.
I just realized, does every time he smack his hands together, does the gavel sound play?
Yeah. It is all like
He's got a
repair
fake
tissue. It's
hand.
really hard.
I don't think we have audio. Me and
He
Tom.
turned, I turned like the thingy like all the way up to like 200. So
Hmm.
it's like I can somewhat hear it.
This ID card?
Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing.
Or do you mean this ID card? And he's like, oh, shit.
I'd better pry into this one a little deeper.
YouTuber video that's like, we challenged 3 police officers to figure out which was the fake evidence. We made the fuck up on the spot.
Can you tell me what it is you remember? You do remember?
Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will.
You already
Well,
said
sir,
that.
it was the 21st night of
God,
September.
I fucking love him. I don't know that Mr. Detective Goodman, I don't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, sorry. I didn't
I
know
think,
that Mr. Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
I think Marshy and Morbid were saying they loved him too.
And that's why you thought he looked suspicious.
Yeah. Meekins,
You
honestly...
were there, remember? And Phoenix has a flashback and he's like, oh shit, what am I doing here? Why do I have a
How can I
knife?
see this? Time isn't linear. Human consciousness is all together, and our brains just want to process it. Ah! And that's why you thought he looked suspicious.
Yeah, I was surprised when Meekins showed up in Apollo. It's like, oh, that's a fun character to pull back to. And just show his slow descent of just like, I used to be an officer, then I went lower, now I'm a bailiff, and now I lost that job too.
I mean, there are how many like reoccurring characters that are like just little side guys? Well, like 3 or something. Like Lotta, Meekins, Will. Old bag.
Wait, Will Power shows up more than once?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Isn't he in the finale for 2?
Oh yeah, because that deals with Seal Samurai stuff. Well, whatever they're calling
There's
it
only
at
like
that moment.
4 recurs or
sort of
something
like-
out of the little side guys.
It's like setting up like operations or like collections of people, and they're just like, oh yeah, these are the people that are like connected to it, and it's just sort of like, oh well, fucking if we're dealing with Steel Samurai stuff, then like we're dealing with like Old Bag and Will Powers.
Kind of, but it's also like they only ever pull from the first game. Like I don't think any like characters from 2 recur. I don't think any characters from 3 recur. 4, 5, 6. Well, okay,
True.
4 might have a couple new ones, a couple new like side characters recur. But it's like
Sir.
only the first of Phoenix's games and the first of Apollo's games have like any of the little side witnesses recur.
I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card.
He thought I said D card. I got in trouble.
I'm
If
really
I-
trying to remember Apollo 1, and I don't think anyone shows up again except for Claver.
Well, obviously Emma too, but hang on.
Well, Emma was already a
Um,
pullback to this game. And Emma
I
is...
mean, you know, Memoir or whatever. I don't know if she counts. Like, she is a very important character, but she's also kind of like a side witness.
she's an important character. It's just that she never comes into focus of the story. She's always just in the background, just like, ooh, don't you know? We know, and we know this is going on. It's like, it never actually affects the Apollo and the main crew. So, it's just for the fans. They don't really come back. It's just for the fans to be like, oh, we still remember that Trucy and Apollo are siblings. That's it. Meekins.
I already said this.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking
With my
myself.
brain, with my massive mouth.
Juniper's not in 5, is she? Or sorry, 6?
No.
Okay. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. The book, Fox and Socks, sir.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Yeah. The only 2 times that we would have seen Juniper in 6 is either the magic case, and that's dealing with Trucy side characters that don't actually show up again. We don't even see Valent again for that entire case. That's funny.
If you look at the shot of Garrow feeding Judge Emma, you can see Juniper behind the fence just walking by coincidence.
And So, you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
What?
Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him.
Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him?
Unto the others before they do unto you, my own father's word, sir.
Was your father the first cop?
The first police officer.
Sorry, I looked up a list of recurring characters. What happened to them? Apparently Lotta's in the same number of games as Pearl.
Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here.
Right.
Sorry. So, Officer Beacons, why was it that they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
Let's look at first at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim, who he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card.
In other words,
we have no... Sorry.
Yep, that's me. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim.
And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, that means someone ate it. We don't even know if anyone actually died.
That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines.
Looking at the list, sorry, just quick thoughts. Looking at the list, I think a lot of these are like appearances in the investigation series. I think the investigation series has more like cameos from like the main series, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's a little hard to tell.
Frank
Like,
saw
I
it
look
shows up
at-
twice.
Frank saw it. Yes.
Yep.
There are a lot of characters that show up twice that I wouldn't expect necessarily.
Yeah, you could like drop that image in like general media, and then we can mull it over after stream. Because
Okay.
that sounds interesting.
You sound interesting.
Huh. No, you.
But you still ended up here?
He told me that it had to be him, sir, on that day at that time. Detective Goodman was Definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said.
But you don't remember the events clearly.
No, but the videotape was quite clear.
Huh? Videotape? Is Blair fucking streaming?
What?
From the security camera.
Blair's streaming from the security camera.
He's playing FNAF's sister location, the worst one.
Oh no.
Maybe says it's probably making a video, which is probably right.
The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me on the tape.
Tape.
Tape?
And you waited to tell us you had VHSs until now? Like, what the fuck are we watching tonight, babe?
I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it.
I'm watching Tank Girl with my fiance tonight.
Wow.
Ooh, you lucky.
Apparently, it's free on YouTube.
I've been trying to find, like, Sucker Punch, especially, like, the extended cut, and it's, like, nowhere.
Oof.
No thanks. I have my own. Well, I guess we'd better go check out the crime scene.
Is that what the thing says us to do? Yeah, move to criminal affairs.
Criminals can have affairs, too? Crazy.
February 23rd, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department.
Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief of the
He's the police chief again. And you're sure this is all, hmm? You know what it means if there is anything missing.
What's going on with his, like tie button thing?
He's of the Vatican.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of religious iconography.
But, like, what is the like, tie pin thing?
Oh, that's the police thing. It was on Meekin's hat as well.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and his shirt buttons.
And Jesus died so the police can kill.
Yeah. Doll, do a random chief.
Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, his briefs, his undies, lockers, garbage cans, garbage day. Under his seat cushion, behind his left ear, inside his own nose.
Yeah, I
Coffee.
didn't advance the text. It did that automatically.
That's okay.
P-nibs.
I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you can call me right away. Deal?
Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. He has a crush on the police captain.
The chief of
He's
detectives
flustered.
looks a little
Yeah.
flustered. Righto, my boy! How you been? Swim much?
Is that a euphemism?
Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir.
Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright?
I literally saluted when I did the right line.
Bootlickers.
Bootlickers.
Oh, is this his theme? Oh, bro's evil. Bro is evil.
I guess I have to turn up the stream.
Uh,
Oh, there's a new feature for stream attenuation strength.
A what?
Attenuation. What?
Masturbation.
Meh.
Real.
Weird.
I turned it all the way up and I still don't hear shit.
Do you want me to turn up the audio?
No, I'm okay. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Blast it!
I can check out sound on the stream.
Da-da, da-da.
Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know. They're doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Sounds like an inquisition. That's like the thing you said, but worse.
Yup. Well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defense's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence.
Is that what happened? I don't know if that's what happened, bud.
Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
His eyes are strange. They're like too cartoonish. What?
Oh yeah, because I keep them closed all the time. See no evil, hear no evil.
I keep them closed to seal in the moisture, and then when I open them, they're very moist and bright.
It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too. I mean...
I don't look at people often, but when I do, I leave an impression.
They're being the prosecutors, I assume.
Scientifically speaking, fuck you.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
My dad works as the evidence. He told me.
What evidence is this? Now, Rido. I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand them. But, you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut.
He was the one you were picking on earlier?
Huh? Oh, you saw that? Whoops! I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do.
I'm sending a little thing in chat that I don't think I should say, maybe.
Yeah, well,
Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him.
Marshy ain't here, but we will continue.
Continue our legacy.
That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
Conker.
I know, the killer used a cassette tape. What a crafty trick. The gunshot was fake.
Is this like children's YouTube, like cursed children's YouTube for police officers?
Maybe.
This is good. No one will expect a cassette tape in the day.
He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel.
Do they have a different line?
A poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. They still haven't changed that line.
What, did they change it later to, like, ladies in uniform?
It's a police babe. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry you had to see that. I got really flustered around Mr. Pian for some reason. I don't know why. I just blushed and I feel a little tingly inside.
It's the
What
static
exactly did
electricity.
what exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Oh, well, I can't talk about that.
Why were you speaking from the other side of the room?
You see that over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted to do crazy things to me on that desk. At least I think he does. He wanted me to check it out. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can.
This was a photo that I took of him while we did something on the deck.
And do you know what that something was? It was tea time!
Nope, can't remember.
Here comes the tea bag. Choo choo.
You can't do that while I'm taking a
Choo-choo.
sip. That's dangerous.
So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Well, of course not. Well, except for all of his things. You kept something? You keeping the good stuff from us? Come on, we're chill.
Come on,
Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Maybe it was half a lost item, dumbass. Did Detective Goodman lose something?
The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case.
It's February 21st, and neither of you have wished me a happy birthday yet.
Damn.
What's your birthday, doll?
February 19th.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Then they got your birthday wrong.
Weird. I can't seem to find the way to write notes on people's Discord profiles.
Oh, you have to, click see full bio.
Tidbit, I'm gonna put you into a sandwich and I'm gonna make you into a grilled cheese.
It's very nice of you, Conker. You should say thank you, Tidbit.
Ooh, not
I'll have to
saying
investigate
thank
this
you.
later, because
Ooh,
I
gonna
can't even find...
gonna dock some good
my
boy
own.
points from you.
'cause I've left a note on my own profile, so I know where to find it on other people. But I can't find it on mine.
You click view full bio,
Yeah,
and then you scroll down to the bottom.
it's not there.
I mean, my Discord's probably not up to date. Maybe it's a new thing.
It's a new thing.
Yup.
That was a recent
Weird.
update, wasn't there?
I don't know, there's always some fucking recent update.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like
always
new
updates.
like UI and
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene.
hey,
Instead of
shit
this
ass.
Discord issue.
Oh wait, I found it.
Where'd you find it?
You gotta click on that profile and then at the very bottom of the description thingy, then you can there's thing that says note only visible to you.
I think
Yeah,
she knew that.
That's
That
gone.
was what she was looking for.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah, let me just
Hold on.
show what I see.
We can just continue this.
Yeah. I was just checking what I need to do as well.
Who
Let's
did
talk
this? There's a fucking UI guy on.
Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Rhino asked me for help.
I just met you yesterday.
I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate there. After all, righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out like Meekins.
It just goes to show you never know until you ask.
And for you, here, you can borrow this.
Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it?
That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yeah.
Wiggity whack, yo. You just run along now and do your best. Now, later, folks. Da-da-da.
I was doing a certain game that uses a lot of hippity hop slang. I don't know what to say AAV because I don't know if it's exactly that. But it's like the 80s kind of like the AAV terms that popped off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir.
I think this place is a bad influence on that girl. Ugh. Eh? Oh. The evidence room is beyond that door.
The fucking sign that just says Texas on the desk.
Welcome to Texas.
Welcome to Texas, y'all.
That's what I say to people who hide under my desk and do favors to me. And we have the ID card here from Chief Gant. Sorry if I'm pushing things in.
It's okay.
Let's just walk in.
I just figured out why I can't see notes. Because I'm in streamer mode. I'm an idiot.
Da-da.
So I just need to remind myself.
What the fuck happened?
Ha!
I didn't...
The card reader is turned off. See?
Titty.
Huh?
What did you just type?
Your birthday.
Titty, no. I said it's February 21st.
Oh.
In the game. And you
Why
haven't said
did
happy
you
birthday
think
to
that
me
it
yet.
was
And then
June
you said
19th?
and then you said, when's your birthday? And I said February 19th. I do have a friend whose birthday is June 19th.
What made you think that it was June 19th?
She
Because-
wasn't processing that I was saying February. She was just like, oh, she thought I was acting upset, like, oh, my birthday just passed.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's Owl's birthday today. And so it's just like, oh, there's so many birthdays right now.
I gotta send out a thing then, hang on. But there have been like fucking 6 birthdays this month.
Mm-hmm.
Ewelynn, Biscuit, one of my friends named Mary, someone else too, I'm pretty fucking sure. Will?
Wow.
And Biscuit's coming up, yeah.
What the hell?
What goes on in September?
Oh, nothing, apparently.
That's a good answer, Conker. Okay, Conker. Here you go. Here's Marshall.
Howdy, partners. Well. Look at my bamboo sky's so gray. It is road air.
Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? Nothing could have warned me about this. If there was at least a sign, like maybe
If there was some kind of evidence left
like
behind.
if there was a creaky floorboard.
Give me a sign. Get shot by like an old timey 6-pistol revolver. Give me another sign. Gets
What's
lassoed.
that? Why does it have to be him? Look. As you may have surmised, this is my.
We're gonna investigate the crime scene.
On my end, Conker, it cut off. Your mic's doing something to you, and so some words are getting cut, and it just sounded like, well, you may have surmised this here is my... Yeah.
Mine.
Yeehaw. That card you got there is on your chest.
Are you drunk?
That better be the sheriff's badge in these parts.
He is drunk. Yeehaw! My dad doesn't say that unless he's drunk. Everyone run!
Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little dogs. The crime scene's awaiting. Beep.
Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions.
Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind entangling.
I got no mind entangling. Silence.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Your mic's
I
doing
got-
something. But it's funny.
Hold on, wait.
Tidbit. Everyone's been calling Emma mask terms. They've been calling her sir. They've been calling her hombre. Is this the turning point?
My God. It's because I had echo cancellation on.
Mm-hmm.
You're busy then? Also, Emma, are you okay? You seem to be vibrating from all these different terms thrown at you.
Dang, trans people coming in here making transphobia apply to the rest of us too. I shall be transphobic now in order to combat this transphobia.
Did I say that? Did I say something transphobic? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you.
Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with those hombres.
And that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
I did. When I said that line, I was just like, I had no business in entangling with you homos.
And that also explains why Emma can't clock anyone. She doesn't bother like transvestigating. She just, this is her origin. She was transvestigating, now she's mad.
That smell. Reminds me of Tex.
Why the fuck did we hold this off from Gumshoe, who explicitly wanted it and was like offering us information for it? So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? Or are you just like a Texaboo?
Man, what could have alluded you to that? No, just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby?
But there was a flashback to years ago and you still had the hat?
Yeah, you were in a saloon.
Um,
You were born out of a whiskey bottle.
okay, as it will be revealed later, that person we see in those three people at the desk, that's not Officer Marshall.
So?
That's not him wearing that hat. It's important.
Wait,
But does that change the fact that the cowboy thing has been a thing for years?
True, because he's literally in that image below wearing also a cowboy hat, but not as big.
Mm-hmm. And if there's someone who's like trying to look like him or something, like, there's clearly a thing going on already with the Western stuff.
Yeah. It could have been like sarcastic of just like, why do you like this? I saw a special on TV the other day. What you want?
Yeah,
Problem.
Miss Star, I'm not actually from Philly. I just saw Fresh Prince once yesterday.
if you check on me the next week, it's gonna be a whole different hyperfixations change that win part.
I'm the thespian chair from Date Everything. Every weekday I change my act.
What is this?
What? What's wrong? Why would a chair be the one that changes like every day?
Because
A
there's
Philly
so
State
many
lunch.
chairs, apparently.
I see.
It's
I
also
feel like
written
there's
by
so many
Brendan
items that
Blader,
actually
so-
change every day.
What?
I feel like there's got to be some like household item that actually changes itself every day.
The thing I would have done is like a bathroom hand towel, because you're supposed to replace those at night every night.
That did come to
Every
mind, but not
night?
for the same reasons.
Every night you replace it. What?
Well, during the night, they get like the little germy guys that crawl up on there and they go like, hee hee hee, we're gonna kill Conker tomorrow.
No.
Well, I replace the towel in the bathroom every time I brush my teeth. So, because I use it to wipe my face.
One germ inside. One giant green writhing germ.
But yeah, it's odd that the chair is the thespian, but there's a lot of strange things in that game, so it's just like, okay, I guess the chair is the thespian. Let's fly. Marshall.
A fillet steak lunch. I see.
I don't see. I wonder what it means.
Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall.
That's so fucking stupid.
Alright, Bambina, you win. Anything.
Your mic got so crunchy, it sounded like he was being deleted by the steak. Just ask.
Yes, Monica.
Finally, it seems like
He's willing to talk. Good thing we didn't have to resort to the dirt I got on him.
Trueness of all real men.
Wanna save that for a
into
special
a man's
occasion?
heart is through his stomach.
The quickest way through a man's heart is through his man's heart. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes on you, partner. It's a easy job, and I'm grateful for it.
actually Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
I don't know who that is. Fuck off.
Ah, so you have great ears.
Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong, calling me.
That's a different spot than I put the L in.
He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station, partner.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, I might not look it. I lost my fire for the job, you know.
Takes a shot. So
They
what were you
don't allow
doing
us to
around
have Fireball.
5:15? What were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down a highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. The fuck?
No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system?
I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know?
Biscuit's weirdly posting memes about cactus, I think unrelated to the stream. Miss Star told us
Cactus?
something. Cactus. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler at the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a parfait fire.
Prairie.
Like a drinking hole
Prairie
in a
fire.
prairie fire.
Okay.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? You're still investigating her drinking hole.
That's my case. It was solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker.
Poker?
I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
Poker? I wouldn't.
What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. Some guy stole some shoes from a shoe store.
They call him Big Buckle Joe.
Well, they did before we executed him.
And do you know what that store was? Sneakers. I wouldn't.
What was that?
This. Sneakers?
There's a store called Sneakers that, doll, I did your voice to my fiance and said, Sneaker, I would.
I barely even know her. Did she laugh?
she got very irate.
I've not known Bambina.
She gets really annoyed when I do other people's voices. I'm just like, no, stop. You are you, not them.
Only accept the real thing.
But she did laugh.
Anyway, that case is officially dead 2 days ago.
2 days ago? The day of our case?
That's right. The evidence transfers.
Edgeworth
Trans.
was talking about the transferals too.
Transferals.
Transference?
Woo, good for them.
They're putting chemicals in the fucking leaves or
They're
whatever.
keeping.
Parrots eat.
There's chemicals in the woodlands.
I think they're putting chemicals in the sap and they're turning the freaking chipmunks gay.
What the fuck?
That's the sound they make when they make out with another man. Behold the normal chipmunk as it makes out with its boyfriend. Behold the normal chipmunk as it dies making out with its boyfriend from lack of air. The life of a noble chipmunk is very noble indeed.
I know what maybe 2 of those machines can do.
The chipmunk only eats nuts. Oh, only 2 of them. There must be a dozen.
A dozen nuts.
Mm.
Like I said, Bambina, me and the machines, well,
We've become one. This is a sci-fi now. Sci-fi western.
I like them as much as like a stewed cauliflower with my steaks.
You won't take the sky from me.
No, I won't back down. The easiest ones to understand are these by the heads security bandits.
I can see why you don't take welded machines. They give you a
They
schism.
make my brain hurty.
Those are the only ones that Officer Meekins mentioned.
If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
I bought more RAM for my brain and it just hurts. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
Now, I don't have much RAM in my head, but I sure as hell have some horsepower.
I reckon there might be.
You're the security guard, and you reckon?
I reckon there
what-
might be.
Yeah, one more thing.
Conker,
When
can
you
do a
go into the
combo?
evidence room, you need an ID card. What was that
I
called?
need it for sustenance.
Can you do a Columbo?
Hold on. Again.
Just one more thing.
Just wait. Fuck it. Just one more thing, sir.
Oh, yeah, just
Yo,
one
oh.
more thing.
One more thing, sir.
Just one
You,
more thing,
over there.
Thus, the card
She's-
reader by the door.
I haven't
you see
seen
the,
Columbo in a big long fat while.
Did you see the rap battle where it's a bunch of detectives and it's got like a Columbo and the whole premise is like they're all trying to like accuse each other of the murder and it goes to like Columbo and then Batman and then fucking Shaggy Rogers comes out and starts like
Shaggy
trashing Batman for being an orphan?
What?
What?
I have not, because I don't... I'm guessing that's Epic Rap Battles of History or something?
No, but it's like pretty on that level.
Wait, is it the one where
Co-
Stupendium is like Hercule Poirot?
Yes, it is.
I've been seeing that in my recommended for a while.
You should maybe click it.
Okay.
The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through.
It's like intentionally like the most boring, shitty picks first on like the billing.
Oof.
So it's a surprise when the fucking good characters show up.
So, this is the ID card record.
420.
Nice.
420 and it's like 7 sevens. That's like the luckiest thing ever.
Just
Did
wait
they
till you
know?
see whose number that is.
Did they know?
Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. The weed store.
Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you more than that.
Remember, Officer Dad, when you took me to the weed store as a young baby?
Yeah. I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. 6?
Yeah, you heard the girl.
6?
Hand us over it. We've seen the number 6 before. In this case, in fact. Yeah, but
Conker's
which
probably
part of
not
the
okay.
which part of the court record is it on? What page? Is it the case summary? Say it specifically.
Page 6.
I always found that
Conker's
the
probably-
most ridiculous thing Von Karma does. Of just like,
And then show us what page is it on specifically. Otherwise, I will
Well,
throw
yeah.
out your entire case.
Well, you know, you just gotta, like, do something. You'll probably eventually fuck it up. Probably eventually be bluffing. Conker probably is going to sleep soon-ish, maybe, and I just woke up, and I woke up early, so we're probably both tired.
Wait, what?
what?
I don't know. I'm just taking a guess. I don't
Dog,
know.
I don't go to
I don't
sleep
know your
until like
life.
4 a.m.
I don't know your life.
Yeah, if D&D
Oh,
is
no,
anything to
you-
go by, you going, how the fuck is it 4 a.m.? What kind of witch are you?
I don't know these folk.
Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing.
I mean, it is. Check your evidence. It's right there, tied to the stabbing. The record. It's tied to it. You know, the stabbing.
Yep, the stabbing.
You can see it.
But you see, we need more definitive evidence, Rhino.
Where?
It can't just be
Where
so
on this-
wishy-washy. I don't just let people borrow $50 from me whenever they ask. We run a more tight ship around here.
Where on this little tag does it say something relevant to this case?
Sorry, but could you explain what this whole trans-feral thing is about?
Ever heard of furries? Well, the only
I've dabbled.
evidence from cases. There's a bunch of trans ferals in there.
I just got a paycheck. Hooray.
Woo!
$10 whole dollars for like a year of music.
Oh.
They kept it under the
Presiding detectives.
Presiding.
presiding detective supervision for 2 years. Now we can reinvestigate them if it turns out that there was a mistake, see?
So, what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
It goes to sleep forever in an underground
It goes
county
upstate.
sheriff's department.
Goes to a farm upstate.
That's what we
And it's
call
like-
transferal.
It's like he goes to a farm upstate, and it's like we're on the northern edge of Hawaii. And he goes, yeah.
Well, he goes to sleep and he goes to a very nice place.
We do it every
And
February.
sweetie, sometimes when a boy chipmunk and a boy chipmunk love each other very much, they go to sleep forever and stop breathing, but they go to a nice place in heaven where they can continue making out.
What's the fucking I don't know what sound that a chipmunk makes, but fucking it doesn't sound like that.
I see now. Christmas, Christmas.
Transferal is like the funeral cases.
Remember Carrie's funeral?
Yeah.
2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever.
Yep.
Dead.
The racist allegations got too heavy.
He was already carrying so much with his massive, massive titties.
Yep.
Carrie? Never to be reopened again, never to be reinvestigated.
And
If
for
they do
all-
like a western, if they do like a western movie, not like western, but like the West. If the West does a movie of Ace Attorney, they should get Jim Carrey to play Marshall.
that's an interesting pick, especially with how old Jim Carrey is right now.
He's retired.
Yep. He's only coming back out of his hole for Sonic movies.
Well, say the Blue Badger's in this, and he'll get confused because he's an old guy.
He said I'm going into retirement only once there is pure gold do I ever return, and then he returned with
Sonic 2.
with Sonic.
Yeah.
So I said
But just to clear up any things, the racist allegations is a joke from the Mario Kart streams that we do. Carrie is too good at racing. He's not actually racist. You always got to say the warnings after the spell.
so. Oh yeah, so you were talking about Carrie. Okay. Because I heard his massive titties, and I was just like, wait a second.
I know
know
someone
this.
with massive
I
titties.
know this fucker.
Damn it!
Carrie, who the fuck is Carrie? Oh, big honkers!
Oh no!
Damn it,
it's John
Carrie!
Wick.
Why are you the one that whenever someone hears big honkers, they think of you first? No! I
Yeah.
need bigger boobs. And that happened to
No, you don't.
Pixel 9
no,
2
you
days ago. What do you
Yeah,
mean
but,
I
like,
don't,
will it
Conker?
ever be-
You don't know my pain!
Will it be funny?
Tibbet, your big boobs can't be too big because you gotta have room for your ears. The big
Yeah,
old
No.
ears.
I need
horrible-
no other pieces of me. Just boob.
You're gonna get arthritis.
See this? This is the boob joints.
Arthritis from
One of my-
holding my tits too much.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Scott quotes is, "Why do you think my tits are so big? They are filled with kneecaps." See
Filled
this?
with knowledge.
This is the victim's ID card. I mean, hey, calcium.
Ah, the one that was in the ground in the parking lot.
The number on this is 5842189.
I don't recognize the number. I only recognize the number 6. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again.
Which is hilarious, because none of that is there a number 6. There's a 9, but it's upside down.
58216.
Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. 5:14 p.m. Oh, dang it. That's not the time of the murder. Oh, well. Guess we better look somewhere else.
It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing.
Yeah, so close, but no cigar. Let's go.
What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
One of the cards like this, and she just pulls out like 3 more. They're exactly the same. So when the
Fucking
incident
forensic
occurred, Detective
investigators.
Goodman was in the evidence room?
But wait, what did Officer Meekins say?
Sir, I entered the evidence room and I asked a man to display his ID.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly he put in a knife in.
If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins?
All right, compadre, you win. It was me the whole time. I guess I can give you this ID card record. ID card record.
I've
registry,
got an
whatever.
idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here.
Nope, totally not my ID number. No, I'm not showing you what my ID number is.
The fuck? Oh.
February
I
23rd.
remember this room well for some reason.
Yep, it's pretty memorable.
It's
I
quiet.
don't remember anything about it. I just remember looking at it.
The investigation must be over here. The investigation must be over here.
So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Shadow, we found it! The computer room!
Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Oh, nice try, but you're right. You cannot scare me. Hi. Our first victim! Hooray!
Hooray!
Sorry, I thought you were trans. Sorry, there he goes.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the. So is it true what I've heard?
Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem, because they called me sir and gave me authority. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out, like Meekins. Yeah, it's true.
So Chief of Police Grant
Grant?
will loan anybody $50, even me.
Just a quick note that there is a long history of context as to why there's like a Emma being transphobic bit. That is not just like
Yeah.
completely contextless.
Yeah, go watch the Apollo Justice streams, because those were done before doing the original trilogy. So this is it's like Star Wars. We're doing the prequels here. We're setting up a lot of the bits, and one of the bits that is in the Apollo Justice trilogy is that Apollo might be trans, and Emma cares not for that. It's fucking bullshit.
But she doesn't realize either.
Yeah. And so,
Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Good.
so here is the catalyst. Just like how Phoenix kind of sounded normal until he got shocked by Von Karma, and now he has a kind of a gravel to him.
Cats can have lists.
What?
Catalyst.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
I'm an honorary firefighter for today. Mr. Firefighter Man said so when my mommy paid him $50.
Just for today?
Boss for that.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for the day.
Gee, thanks.
Fire them all, Nick. Fire them all.
First of all, you want to have this.
I read that as you'll have to want this.
You'll have to want this.
You really gotta want it. I'm taking in his shoulders just moving without the rest of him, and it's strange.
It kind of is.
It's like a cheap amusement park, and he's like a two-layered cardboard animatronic.
Yeah.
So Detective Gumshoe, you're the boss for the day? Fire them all.
That's right. I mean, it's an
You have
honor.
24 hours to reform the police.
After all, order took place here in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Did you fire them already? Hooray! Fuck all those bitches.
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got
Yesterday's
kicked out
findings
of the
today.
investigation again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker. Oh.
You have
That
a
made me think of the Ghostbusters song. It's like, well, I guess we're gonna have to take control. That plays while they're controlling the Statue of Liberty with like a bunch of gum and an NES. So I pictured Gumshoe doing that.
You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe?
I'm a detective, after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Will you show us what's in it? No.
No.
May I see?
No. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
Well, Gumshoe, I must admit you're an odd fellow, but you do forge a good evidence. So Mr. Edgeworth is with the injury committee right now, huh? Inquiry.
I wouldn't say Gumshoe forges evidence. He's honestly the one to be like, I found the real piece of evidence. Gumshoe is the greatest.
Gumshoe! A police officer just got stabbed!
They had to remove him
Well,
from
he
the
lies
Apollo
about
Justice
forging
trilogy
evidence
because he'd
and-
win.
Well, he lies to Superintendent Chalmers about forging evidence. Gant's like, you forged this evidence, right? Right, Gumshoe? And he's like, yes, sir. He's like, good job, boy. How'd you do it? Can't say, sir. Trade secret. Righto, my boy. And it's just the real evidence. It's a reverse steam dams.
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today.
He's trying
I
to cover his
see.
own honesty.
Yep.
I guess that's what you call fate.
You were honest to me?
I
Well-
don't know things.
I didn't tell you all of the honesty at first, so that's kind of like a lie. You sicken me.
Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case.
Yeah, the case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
It was his first day.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case.
This place is
I thought that-
more high-tech than you might think.
I thought that said evidence jockeys.
Evidence jockeys.
Shut up. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card?
No, there's
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the fourth already.
only one exists in the world. That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, I can't even... but even I can't lose my own right hand.
I've probably mentioned in like Apollo Justice, but she's got some Kurt Cobain glasses. And oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint.
Aw. Gumshoe.
So the only locker we can open is our own.
There's a little Maggie
Does this
picture.
count?
Huh?
Does it count as recurring?
Oh! Oh! Wait, huh? Yeah, I
But
wonder.
But if it does, that it would still be kind of the first game recurring and not a second game recurrer.
Yes,
It would
but
just change her from a recurrer from the first game. But this might have come out afterwards, but it's still a first game recurrer.
technically, but I will say that this case was only added to the first game after the second game was made. I don't know.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so this is, I would count this. This is an appearance of a character. I'll even count just like whenever a character's name is said and they don't show up. I would count that as like a reoccurring of just like, oh, they're mentioned.
Oh, well, if that counts, then there's probably a lot more. Eldoon probably counts because they're probably like, let's go get Eldoon noodles, you know?
Yeah, that's why I would count that, because they were specifically mentioning something previous, and it just makes the world feel a bit more smaller, more cohesive.
Trucy's girlfriend, Jinxie, Jennifer, bunch of them.
Yeah.
I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, I was gonna say it's like Monster High, Friday Night Frights, where Andy appears, even though that movie introduces Rochelle, and then in Escape from Skull Shores, Rochelle appears, even though that movie introduces Andy. So they each have a character introduced in the other movie.
Huh.
And they introduce the other one. Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles?
I can ride my bike with no handlebars.
On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches...
It calls all the cops to come in for like a free beating.
Oh.
Whammo. You get shook, son.
If that's what happened, my hand would be a in smoking every day. In any case...
Oh no! Conker, I'm just gonna say, the old college flyer. The solicitations around the college campus.
Huh?
Alright, I'll type it out.
There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Detective Goodman, fucking got zapped by one of the police locks.
No, they just said
instinctively
that
tried to stab Meekins because of it.
they just said that it does not zap if you get it wrong. It just doesn't open. Because that's why Gumshoe said of just like, oh, if that were a thing, my hand would be black and smoking every day. Saying that he accidentally...
I sent the thing I was talking about.
Yeah, Goodman did not get choked.
Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth is the most surprised of anyone.
Because of the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was a big time. Why did I say big?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
What the fuck is my problem? That
Well, as Doll said, you're gonna...
That was the first time that the world knew Mr. Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there's some loose ends left on that case. Now that was a bloody violent case.
Violent?
So it was a murder?
No,
A
she was
serial
left.
killing.
A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all.
But the murder was a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
The murderer made one mistake, committing murder. And this was 2 years ago?
Yupperoonie. That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and started the rumor mill.
Rumors about forged evidence.
It was supposed to be cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 Did I say anything?
So that switchblade knife.
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself.
She just doesn't answer and stares at you.
Wow. What the fuck is that?
What's the blood?
It's a little warm, but there's definitely a handprint here.
It looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
Poorly. Monsieur Wright. What if there are other blood stains left in the room?
We should use her testing fluid to check it out. Okay, so what we do is we slide over, we examine. Oh, wait, we gotta examine one more thing. Dupe.
Testing fluids what my older brother calls his Red Bull before exams. Someone left a glove here, but only one.
Detective Gumshoe, maybe?
There you go, pal. Making me out as some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know.
You
You ever
mean,
watch Columbo? Gumshoe, you could use the absent-minded thing to your advantage.
yeah, you mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Okay, now we present.
How much of this evidence do you think was ruined by putting a tag on it?
I mean,
Love.
that's either yeah, they punctured it, or that could be a magnetic tag.
Yeah, I doubt it.
We can't see
I mean, it's a
inside.
magnetic tag going through what, like a leather glove on both sides or
What's in it?
something?
What's under it? What's
There's
over
Also,
it?
you can't see
What's
the
inside
like
of it?
behind.
Spread them apart.
Spread those fingies.
Spread those legs.
The cop's like, all right, spread them, and they start checking in between your fingers.
Allow me to say one thing before, as a detective.
Allow me to sing one thing as a One Direction fan.
If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing.
That's fine.
You bet it's fine, pal.
Wait, what? How are we?
Oh, by the way, I have a fifth dog now.
thing.
What?
I have a fifth dog now.
Oh,
Why would you give him the luminal testing fluid?
because that's how we're supposed to use it.
You put it down his throat, and he's better at tests.
a detective, you're wrong.
Oh,
Can you not, like, combine
here it
objects?
is.
Just open the court record.
Do we have to spray on shoot?
Does the game explain to you
No,
like at all
don't
that you
wipe
can do
it
this?
off.
Nope, it does not. This is the first time we've had to use it separately from it automatically doing it.
This could honestly be like the worst case in the series. At least from like a moment-to-moment experience perspective.
Yeah, because you have to go to so many different places all at once, and there's just... In this guide, there's so many huge chunks that it's just like, move here, move here, move here, move here, then talk. It's like, what do you mean?
It's so fucking dense.
Hmm.
They're like, oh, we've doubled the size of the cartridge on the new system. Let's double the size of the game in one case.
No. 15 hours of nonsense.
I knew it. This is someone's right handprint.
What's the matter, detective? You got bitch crushed.
My God, this locker, it's mine.
It's yours?
Please,
Give me some space to breathe.
you have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise that you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. I'm a rapper. You'll do it for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. Are you listening to me, pal?
This is a very vital clue. It is fundamental to the case. I'll make a small note of it on my papers.
I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
Well, I believe you.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Yup.
Yep. Emma becomes a detective, and it's like, some people, join the police force to try and reform it from the inside. I joined the police force to try and, screw over the other police officers from the inside.
I joined the police force
Ooh,
to fuck
fun.
with people.
Just clicking the mouse
Ooh.
puts the cursor there and fires it at once. That's neat.
Fun and stylist.
That must have
Was a
been...
tap.
Yeah, but it's weird because in the other games, it was the other... You had to move the cursor and then separately push a fire button. Which makes no sense. That must have been one massive pool of blood. I've never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional.
Well, that once again comes from the stylus thing where you can drag it along. Yeah, then once you have it in place, you can do that instead of tapping and keep moving.
Yeah. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective?
Pale blue blood.
Pale blood.
Blue bloods.
Maybe
Detective Goodman was a king.
Goodman. He was actually an alien.
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. Mr. Wright, this proves the existence of extraterrestrials. Do you know what this means?
I knew
Scientifically?
it. Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
I know what it means, Emma. You'll be
I
transphobic to them, too.
I love green extraterrestrials.
Okay, so spray, handprint, aluminum.
I don't know why I love that line. I love green extraterrestrials.
What?
They're my
So
favorite.
tasty.
Huh? Where's that from?
Huh?
Huh?
I
What's
don't
going
think it's
on?
from anything.
No,
Okay.
I just said that.
Conker's just being funny.
Conker's
I'm
just
just
being
being a
fun.
goofy little goober. Nice.
No. I'm supposed to be small. Select the upper locker. Slide to the left.
Oh.
Wow, if Their left hand's over here. How big was this bucko? It must be wide too.
And it was this big. This is Gant in the this is Gant in the evidence room pinning the chief to the wall, but his hands go out this far.
Why am I getting a reaction here?
Because it's funny. There's no reason for the murderer to touch this
The
spot
handprints.
if he fled
The
out the door.
handprints are from sweat. Like he rubs the chief's face and he's just like sweating profusely, and then there's just like sweat prints on the wall.
Oh, jeez.
This just might be something significant.
Hey. That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there.
What, this? Red Bull? It's called caffeine, bud.
Oh boy, I'm thirsty. Where'd you get your hands on it?
Hmm?
I'd like to get some too.
We didn't really drink like energy drinks or anything. But at one point when my sister was like an adult with a job with her own money, she bought a Red Bull to try it. And my grandma, who was like losing it in the head at this point, just randomly raided our fridge, which was unusual, found the Red Bull and decided to take that thing specifically out of everything. And so our elderly grandmother chugged a Red Bull
Wow.
that my sister paid for with her own money.
Oh no.
I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Where do you get this, Emma?
Drugstore?
Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans.
Bam, bam, bam.
She gets it from Emma Sky Mail.
Oh,
My dad works for the Sky. The Sky? No, the Sky?
Slide to the right.
Boom.
how much more beautiful garbage is there?
My favorite minigame! I'm not even joking, I love puzzles.
Oh wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces.
Detective Gumshoe, perhaps?
Now listen, okay? I had a tussle, I fell down, and broken too. That apparently from the case.
The case?
The SL9 incident, you fucking idiot.
Didn't he just say this about the glove? Is this the exact same lines?
See the sticker from from one of the pieces here?
Gotta tell you, girl, I don't remember anything about this case.
Why would you label like multiple pieces
Well, that's
with just one label of the SL9?
well.
Because they're all from the same case. That's the point they're trying to note. These evidence are linked to the same thing.
No,
No,
Conker's
but
saying,
say-
why are all these pieces denoted by one label? And Conker, if we just give it a sec, it'll be revealed why there's so many little pieces.
I'll take a little closer look.
I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke.
You want to try to put it back to one piece? Can we get much higher?
Haha, good luck, pal. And there's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours. That before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue.
Wait,
I wonder
what?
if there's a speedrun category for this.
Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place.
You can't just assume who's the bottom, Phoenix.
Doom, doom.
I got scared because how the guide does it is instead of being like, hey, you know how to put shapes together, right? It says choose this one, choose this one, choose this one, choose this one. But it looks terrifying because when you're just scrolling through the guide, it's like there's this huge block of things you have to do in the evidence room. It's like, what do I have to do in here that takes so long? And it doesn't. It's just this puzzle.
Well, it takes 3 hours, Tidbit.
Well, that's if you detect
At
the
least.
Gumshoe.
Are you actually using the guy for this?
No, I'm looking. Because I like
The screen is way too small for me to, like, look at the little icons.
Where's the rotates? This is the rotates.
Conker, what do you think of broken glass? Is it yummy?
Yummy.
You heard it here first.
If you don't eat broken glass, then that just means that you're weak-willed. I know which one it is. I was wrong.
I feel like the shapes completely change when you rotate them. Not this one, though. This one's always a little Among Us. It's the Among Us! It's the Among Us, dude! It's the Among Us!
The Mungus.
Among Us! No,
The
no, the
Mungus.
Among Us!
The
The Among Us! Among Us!
Mungus.
Among Us!
The Mungus.
Hooray!
Mungy. Mungy.
Ding, 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 ding.
Monkey.
That didn't seem right.
Yeah,
Wait a fucking second.
there's some wonky.
What? What?
That's the hole for it to kiss its chipmunk boyfriend.
But
Uh-huh.
no. But no.
Have we always been saying chipmunks? I feel like I changed the animal at some point.
Yeah, it keeps changing between chipmunks and squirrels.
Was it squirrels?
Yeah, you
love
started with
squirrel.
squirrel. We started with ferrets, then we went to squirrels, then we went to chipmunks, and then we
Oh,
did an Alvin and the
yeah.
Chipmunks thing. You good?
What happened?
It sounded like a chipmunk started sniffing the mic, just...
Well, I think we did, but some of the pieces are missing.
And then he ate one banana and died of radiation poisoning.
There's a fucking Gwenpool comic where she tries to kill Spider-Man, and she at one point she gets like trapped or something. So she like goes into like an alternate universe where she like eats enough bananas to like a billion bananas to get radiation poisoning so
Oh
that she can get superpowers and then save herself. And then her old self is now the new self that's the current one that moves on without her, as the old one's dying of radiation poisoning after getting her powers from bananas.
Gwenpool is...
Gwenpool's amazing.
Oh. Me after eating my billionth banana and dying of radiation poisoning.
Yep.
Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself.
Were some pieces stolen?
I bet they were missing to begin with.
Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
I kind of understand how it got broken.
Oh, do you, Emma? Hmm.
I don't, because I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to find
No, but
Gwenpool
she
pages.
understands it
No,
from a
it-
scientific
It's a
standpoint.
joke if you know the case. I can't say anything because Conker doesn't.
I'm not paying enough attention to even try to process it.
Present ID card to this man.
This is the victim Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. Never relax.
That's only because you always lose your card.
I always forget the secret numbers. It's too scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to?
Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system.
Wait, is it not the... Oh,
Well,
the
that
card
was useless.
record.
What's your number, Gumshoe? Could you take a look
Boy.
at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here the day of the stabbing.
Ah, I've heard the rumors of this mythical piece of paper that tracks you. Whoa!
Is it my line? Do me a favor and tell me if it's my line. Okay. Well, what is it? I'm gonna be a little distracted.
Okay.
The second number.
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
Emma.
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
Emma.
Loki. What?
If you want, I can take over Emma until you're more stable.
I mean, she talks kind of rarely. It's okay.
We're about to move locations, so we'll see.
Why would Edgeworth have come into the evidence room?
Hey, pal, look at the time.
Was there something
time
you
for
needed
you
to
to
be going
leave.
to?
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give them my report of the day.
Oh,
Is that like a Neapolitan magazine?
that's not a magazine, but it is also. That's a reference to the second. No, that's a reference to the third game. Wow. What's it called again? It's
World
French.
building.
Trade
Très bien.
magnifique or something? Trade bien.
Très bien.
Very good.
That. Wow. They just. So this is made after the third game as well. This is probably they added this case when they did the compilation, didn't they? They're like, let's tie everything together.
I guess so. If they did, it was really neato. I might help, you know.
Emma.
Report, you mean the note written on the back of that flyer?
The one that says nothing but no problems?
Hey, this is Mr. Edgeworth that we're talking about. I'm sure this.
Hey, this is Mr. Edgeworth I'm talking about. I'm sure.
I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him.
Tata bayo.
Believe it. Who needs enemies
I believe it.
when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
Got a friend in me. I'm off, pal. Later. Woo!
I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. Don't worry, Conker. You're not dead yet. Go.
You don't die until the second game.
Howdy, partner. Gotta go all the way to the parking lot, and then we can go up to the High Prosecutor's office. So many locations.
February 23rd. High Prosecutor's Office. Room 1202.
I didn't know it was that kind of prosecutor. Now the text is really green, if you know what I'm saying. Hey!
Yes, my apologies.
Oh, you. Oh, it's you. What?
Have we met somewhere?
Huh?
Isn't that like the most important day of your life when you met me?
Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long.
Is Edgeworth here?
He's on the table.
There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Quick, tackle him! He's got a fucking teacup.
Right.
That's
He has the
right.
hotel bring him tea service?
Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry of
I mean, with the current laws, right, it's very difficult to get prescriptions nowadays. If the hotel will give me my tea, then so be it.
I thought you were trying to make it like an underground, like drug trafficking thing. Like, I'm getting tea, right?
I mean,
Kind of, but
maybe.
not what I was thinking.
Damn.
Yes, you go for more hard drugs. I think of more relatable aspects, like modern
Relatable
political
drugs.
troubles.
What's not relatable about crack cocaine?
Several things. By the way, Detective Gumshoe is looking for you.
Ah,
So,
yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems.
Emma.
really? Was it helpful?
My god.
This paper reminds me of the time in Sailor Moon where they're being really homophobic, and then Ray says something homophobic, and Usagi's like, "Oh yeah, Ray," and then she pulls out like a magazine from under Ray's bed that has like a mustachioed like supermodel woman, and Ray fucking like loses it in embarrassment.
I haven't
Apparently, a
seen
new
Sailor Moon, so I don't even know who Ray is.
Sailor Mars.
Okay. Yeah. That's also free on YouTube. Me and my fiance are both like, we need to watch Sailor Moon. It is required reading at this point. And then we saw it on
I
YouTube,
watched-
and it's like, I guess we have no excuses anymore.
I watched it on a Viz's site for free.
Ooh.
apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow.
So like that had to have been in the original game, right? It's text dialogue.
What?
Wouldn't the text dialogue suggest more so that this was in the original game
Which
instead
part?
of like a remastered reference?
Oh, the
I
fact
think
that they
that-
mention a French restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing. This fifth case was not in the original Ace Attorney. This was made after the fact. That's why
Right,
there's
but,
3D evidence.
But it was made before the third game.
No? Was
Yeah,
it?
it was. I think so, yeah.
If they're
They
referencing
ported this to the
Trey
DS
Bien,
pretty quickly.
Which one of you is lying?
Yeah, I know.
Why
But they
didn't
ported
the
this
sequel-
pretty quickly. Let me look it up.
if they're referencing Trey Bien, then it has to be made after the third game. I mean, if
Why
not,
did
then
you
they
think
probably
ahead
just
or
changed the
it's
asset to Trey
Yeah.
Bien.
Being deceitful.
That a French restaurant is opened it up, and the third game was like, hey, remember that French restaurant we did in the case 5? We're gonna reference it.
Let's see.
The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Yeah,
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think the whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
talk to Edgeworth about all available topics. So,
Okay.
how did the inquiry committee go?
Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation.
Girl. Guess what?
No,
Girly.
no.
Guess what?
You're right.
No, listen. New information. Different information.
Oh.
You know how I was saying, like, oh, the first game was on Game Boy Advance, and then they ported it to DS with the sequels?
Mm-hmm.
The entire trilogy came out in Japan on the Game Boy Advance before the DS.
Wait, what?
Wow!
The third game came out in 2004 in Japan.
Huh! Holy!
Mm-hmm. So, the remake, I think, would be like 2005 for DS, so the entire trilogy did exist on the Game Boy Advance in Japan at that point. Before this case, I think.
So, technically I was right?
I guess so.
Trebian existed. Haha!
I can't believe Tibbet guffawed at me.
I don't get to be
Fucking
right a
Zero.
lot in my life. My fiance is the smartest, and it keeps on.
Pat's pet. I read the line.
We're all stupid people at heart. Don't worry about it. Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time.
Again?
Isn't there evidence? Like, isn't there, like, demonstrable proof in court that he held off on, like, really obviously important evidence until he was, like, made to show it?
Yes, but that doesn't matter. I'm the prettiest boy in the academy. Stuff doesn't happen to me.
And Nick goes, yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, Daddy.
I too
I'm
have been
prettiest
pinned in the
boy.
evidence locker by Gant. His
Excuse
wingspan
me?
is massive.
Have you heard him clap? It comes from, like, 1,000 miles away and just...
The sheer centrifugal leverage force of putting those two arms together generates.
He's incorporating physics properties that should not even be relevant. You know what the thumbnail could be? A wide can, and on either side of the thumbnail is his hands holding up two little chipmunks.
What, like the image of like somebody like holding a rat?
No, his hands would be apart to like emphasize his wingspan.
Whee! I never heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. I thought he would say something more, but apparently
Nope.
And then
he's,
maybe the
he's an edgy fucker.
he's a very reclusive boy.
and then maybe the chief of police or whatever, the police chief captain, just like doing the like a yowie like awe face looking up from the bottom corner.
Are you okay for the trial tomorrow?
Arguable. Well, I'm still. Yeah, okay.
That worked. Something happened.
They gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
That opens so many fucking questions. Like, what are you talking about? Wouldn't it be both of you usually? And if it was only one of you, wouldn't it be the police department investigating primarily? What are you talking about?
It's funky over here in Japanifornia.
Dream of Japanifornication.
Japanifornication. Yes, any further investigation? Direct.
Okay,
Grant.
that whole line got eaten.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what's going on
Any
with your mic.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's something greater power.
It's God! Any further investigation for this case be directed by the Chief of Police Grant.
His name is Gant.
It's
Gant,
Nat,
whatever.
the G
Whatever,
silent.
Grant, Gant, fucking
Nat.
Scrumbo.
Scrumbo. What are we on, Tumblr?
He's a little Scrumbo. He's a little Scrimbus. He's a Goobetta. I can do nothing but wait for his results.
There sure are two skyscrapers out behind that window.
I see.
Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of.
Didn't you, like, change your ways? Like, demonstrably?
Yeah. But still,
Wow. I've never seen him this out of sorts. Okay, what evidence do I have to
Yeah, I
throw in
better go
face?
to the sword store and pick up more swords for my husband.
We have so much
Timmy, we gotta move
evidence.
to the sword store.
Oh, right. I'd better check this now.
As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID card usage?
Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less.
Yes, that's true.
Why did you do it, Mr. Edgeworth? Was it for the money? The drugs? The money drugs?
It was for the gay little chipmunks!
The snortable dollar bills?
They were
What?
hungry. They were feasting upon the evidence.
Excuse me, Emma, what are you finding on the internet to know of that? What?
Science.
That's a very loose term, child.
It sure is. You ever heard of reproductive science? There's a lot of that on the internet.
I don't need that. I'm gay.
That doesn't change nothing.
What?
Please don't look at me like that.
How do you know about the Omegaverse?
Determination.
I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less.
Well, Chief Gant's now a suspect. The chief of suspects, the chief of police.
You would imagine that an evil-looking eye man would actually be the evil man.
Who thought the
You-
chief
you-
of all the bad cops would be a bad cop?
Who did this? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year. He told me that he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office.
But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed.
The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on this day of brought this back here.
Conker, can you, turn down your noise suppression at all?
Yeah.
I forgot about
I'm
that.
trying. I'm so many things. There.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say.
It's a secret. It's a secret.
I really have nothing to do with this current case.
That's what you said the last time you were in here, and then you were fucking indicted. So speak up, Edgeworth. Speak up, boy. Edgeworth,
Now
speak.
I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make note of it. Where did that screwdriver
Yeah,
go, and
exactly.
why is Edgeworth making that face about it?
Gee whiz, I wonder if this fucking case that's clearly connected to this case is connected to this case. Edgeworth, hint, hint. Don't get in trouble again, Edgeworth.
I got nothing to do with this. I'm an innocent boy, stubborn as always. I told you that I have nothing to do with this current case.
I'll fucking
Never
stab
mind,
you.
The noise suppression was probably better where it was.
Yeah.
You probably got a hold of some information already, right? Fucking Jesus, holy shit.
It's a tough day on the internet.
Stop!
It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. Dark sus. I saw Black stab a man to death, and I came to hit the emergency button, even though I could have reported the body. Conker?
Okay, alright, I got no clue.
Conker, you there?
Stop! Help me!
Help.
You're the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later.
He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator.
Oh wow, who would have guessed?
His father was murdered?
Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth.
No, I'm not gonna do that. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant.
That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago? 2 then? Too many 2s. And they're all different.
The Poot 2.
He's Crash Bandicoot.
Gotta get that
He
bumper
was-
fruit right-o.
He was a
Crash
top
Bandicoot.
officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
And that
I was
Tanya.
I guess my head started to spin.
On my ID it says 6. Yes.
Don't you believe me?
You're just like in court, like in the height of the case, and then Neocortex bursts in, and Gant just starts like leaping and spinning towards him across the courtroom. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth?
What I want to know is, why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation?
I was like, why is there a silence? And I was like, oh, it's my fault.
In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than usual. We were dealing with a vicious murder. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands.
No, the blood was on Gant's hands in the locker room.
We won our guilty verdict and the was executed.
What? It sounded like YouTube themselves censored you. It was just, and the was executed. It's like, oh, you took out the word killer, but not execution? Cool. Thanks, YouTube.
Because execution is
He
of the
kyled
law.
some people.
He kyled some people.
He
Wow.
unalived a couple of people.
I love Kyle. I'm gonna Kyle myself in Minecraft.
No. Wait, you don't.
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to fucking... However, I do have a code, and I
will do
follow it
anything in my
faithfully.
power to fucking.
I was gonna say, let's look at the word everything, Edgeworth, because I'm not sure you understand it.
Yes.
I will forge evidence to prove.
I will forge evidence to prove.
However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief of prosecutors wanted to know something.
Fuck them too. That's my opinion.
That's your sister, Emma. What?
Fuck her too.
If you're ever still studying phonetic science,
Forensic.
Forensic.
phonetic science,
Just doubles down. No, I read the
Forensic
dictionary. I'm the smart boy. I'm the one who speaks.
Forensic sitcom. That is my favorite sitcom with Forens. Oh, yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were chugging a Red Bull.
luminol testing fluid. Well then, you might have to you might have a use for this. It's Ipecac.
Wait, Edgeworth, she said Red Bull, and you called it luminol testing fluid. Are you ordering Red Bull from a place and you're getting luminol testing fluid? Is it somehow related to the fucking tea scandal with the hotel? Maybe.
No.
I love you.
I didn't just give you a bottle of Ipecac, just... It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
Will you be my new dad?
I'd have to say no. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will.
Hey, no, that's wrong. You're older than Trucy. I was about to say, if you get in with my adopted daughter, then he could be...
Wait a minute. Hang on a second.
Edgeworth, I'm really...
No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Your
Thanks.
powder, wink wink.
How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? He'd eat them. He has eaten them.
Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Totally the last one. Starting up in
Right.
18 more hours.
I do seem to remember that these games take 3 days. I do remember seeing a
Every single fucking time.
3 in-world days.
And
Oh yeah,
3
she's like
weeks
10 years
for
older
us.
than Chelsea.
Actually, not even 3 weeks for us. It's more like 6 weeks because it's 1 day for 1 week per investigation and then 1 week for each trial. Okay, so we took to...
I looked up Emma's age. It is insane to me that she's 27 at some point.
That's her in the Apollo
Oh.
Justice games.
Oh no, the lunch lady
No,
is
that is
gone.
her in the last game. That's her like highest age range.
In the last game?
Yeah.
The Apollo Justice games?
When you say Apollo Justice, I think of the game Apollo Justice, not the
Oh.
trilogy that just like existed as a thing like last year.
Ah, okay. Sorry. I'm new.
Right
Kinda.
there, it's just confusing. But yeah, it's crazy to me that she jumps all the way up to 27.
Well, we're back in the building again.
February 23rd,
Back to the
evidence room,
lab again.
Sector 3.
You mean
We got the...
you mean it's still the same day green text?
Yes.
Oh, it's probably gonna be the same day, like halfway into next stream.
Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint.
Here, in the blood on the detective's evidence locker. This is my pet suspicious handprint.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. If we were in
Feels like we could have done this earlier, and there's just padding for no reason. Alright, let's get started. First, choose a finger you want to eat.
A fingy?
Each finger has its own calorie count. So let's choose the finger that will have the highest fat content.
You say that with one of the denoted experts about calorie body parts, Conker.
Yep.
Wait, what?
I see how much calories does a human have coming from you and Goober.
Oh, I thought that you said that because I'm fat.
What? I've never seen you,
No.
Conker. You don't register as fat in my mind. I did not know that.
No, I didn't. Oh god, I cut out again.
Huh? What did you say?
No, I said that. I thought that you said that because I like fat people.
Oh! I got it cut off to just be because I'm fat.
Because I'm a massive tub of lard.
Yeah! more of you to hug.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance.
You're not supposed to, idiot. Quit procrastinating.
The
Eat
entire
the finger
stream.
already.
Eat the finger.
Eat the fingy.
Eat the
Is
finger.
this where her taste for snackadoos come from? They're fingies.
Well,
Choose the thumb.
okay, now it's time to check for fat content. Let me show you how it's done. First, we start
Emma's
with the skin.
starting to eat it with a sparkle in her eye.
First, we sprinkle some sprinkles on it. Or
Huh?
as some people call them, potato Jeremies.
I call them Jimmy's.
Well, you're not valid. Use the spacebar. Rip the spacebar out of your computer. Use it to start like pulling out the fat content.
Okay, I can do that. I do have a custom keyboard that can replace its keycaps. One of my keycaps is BMO.
I can't believe you push BMO around.
I don't.
What
I
do you mean,
specifically
what
have
did you
BMO as the numlock spot because I don't use that button.
BMO?
Yeah, from Adventure
From
Time.
Adventure Time. The little funny green box.
Oh.
The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess.
Huh? Why did that sound like an innuendo?
Give me a shot to remember, and you can take all the pain away from me.
Mm.
Like I said. Hang on. I fucked up. I went to the wrong part of the song.
It's fine.
It's fine. It won't get up your nose or anything.
I don't want
Unless
to
you wanted
read any
to.
of this. This is all just like, hey, you
This
don't
is
know how to
basics
do
of
this.
fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
This is how you look
Well, you
for
don't.
evidence, Mr. Wright.
What, you played this game again 15 years ago? You want to admit that, oldie?
Make a painting. Do a smiley.
Oh, you want a painting?
Yeah.
Be.
We're gonna get demonetized with this big pound of white powder.
That means YouTube would have to admit it knows exactly what that looks like.
I mean, Susan's rich. She's allowed to.
How do
Rich people
you
can do
know
whatever
what
they
it
want.
looks
Isn't
like?
Susan not running YouTube anymore? They stepped down.
She's
Yeah, I
not,
thought-
but no one knows who is now.
Yep.
No one knows or cares. So
Nobody-
it's
nobody
just
knows.
Susan.
Could be Danny DeVito for all we know. It's probably
the
an AI.
end of the tyranny of Susan Wetwinky.
There's those Danny DeVito commercials for Jimmy John's where he's like a different guy and then he's just suddenly Danny DeVito and they're like, why are you Danny DeVito now?
I forgot I have a goddess hand on my mouse. So I can just flashbang.
Don't forget the corner.
Tippet!
The
You fucked it up!
I couldn't do the bottom right corner. It
Why not?
You
stops
didn't
the
try hard
bar.
enough. You didn't like glitch hunt, you didn't speedrun find it. Haha, you did it. You found a thingy.
I think I put too much dust on it. Actually, this is contextual. This is important. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint.
Now that you mention it, I guess it fucking doesn't.
What
Maybe
does
if
it
you
mean?
listen to me. I think it means we're out of luck.
I thought that said it means we're fucked.
They burned their fingerprints off at a Benihana.
They cannot find me.
That is the only
I
part I
will
remember.
not be traced.
There's bugs under my skin that I gotta scrape out with the edge of a screwdriver. The bugs are back. And I will kill
These bugs
myself
got
for
back.
the idea that I cannot fuck her.
I don't care if I go blind. I don't need to see the price tag anyway.
The person who left his handprint must have worn gloves. That's how handprints work.
Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here.
Gotta pat it
Oh,
out
well.
sometime.
This
Uh-huh.
whole thing was a big fat waste of time.
Yep.
And we could have done this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That's intriguing
Actually, we
gameplay.
couldn't have, because Edgeworth just gave
Oh,
us
like
the powder.
what I'm saying is, from like a gameplay design perspective, there's no reason we had to wait to gain the powder from Edgeworth. You know?
Yeah, it's
You
ridiculous.
could have just given us it then.
It's ridiculous.
It does seem a shame. I'm surprised I survived this case with how unpopular it is. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
That also means with Apollo Justice, she had only appeared like a few years before. Her first appearance was after the third game, before Apollo Justice. So
Well-
she was like the new character, and then she's returning in Apollo Justice. It wasn't like a comeback.
Well, you might also want to check when the investigation games come out, because Emma shows up in the first one, I believe?
Well, I can tell you those were like 2009-ish, because I remember seeing them in Nintendo Power.
Ah, okay.
At least the localization might have been like a few years after, but they were a bit later, I think. But I mean, my point still kind of stands that there wasn't like a break from Emma. It was like, here's a new character. Here's that new character again. Here's the new character still. Remember her?
True. I wonder... Yeah, I do wonder. It's just like, how is Emma so popular? Especially, they snuffed out the role of Gumshoe.
It's like, they just like had a fucking like big burst, like shotgun blast of Emma and cemented her. Doesn't matter if her first appearance was bad, she's got another appearance like next week, baby.
Yeah.
It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print.
Fingerprints outside the blood.
Just wait.
See, I'm using the arrow keys and I'm holding down. I can't...
Can you not use the arrow keys? You can do it if you just
A
keep
little
doing
bit.
it.
To do more.
Yeah, go back and forth. Just keep going back and forth.
Yeah.
Keep it going. Keep going.
Keep her going.
Keep her going. Keep her going.
That's close enough. Last time it was way worse.
Ooh.
Back it up. Back it up.
Coming up. It's there.
Tidbit.
Yeah.
Keep going.
This is my kingdom.
And here we
come.
have
This is
the
my
close-up of a
kingdom
QB.
come. Oh.
Yeah, it looks upset.
Yes, you shouldn't be this close to see the fingerprint in its eye.
Aren't cubies like 2 centimeters?
They're like 3.
On fingerprints? 2 centimeters?
No.
I think Conker might be right. Because, like, what, an inch is like 2.5 centimeters? And I'm looking at my finger, and that's probably like an inch.
Let me pull... Damn it.
Maybe
I
you
don't
just
have a
small
measuring tape
hands,
that
girl.
goes in meters. I really
You might
should.
just have small hands.
Meters? Oh, yeah.
The stream preview changed to just a white. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling.
Dazzling? Like the Marvel character?
No, that's Dazzler. Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find.
Oh, I'm sorry that I got it slightly wrong. What, are they gonna copyright me or something?
Let's match it up right away. You've only got like 6 minutes left of the stream, and we're still supposed to like debate appearances or some shit.
So, we're not done yet? This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint if we can't eat the finger.
I guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from this. This will tell us how to apply the barbecue sauce. It will
How was
fill
I
in the
supposed to know?
grooves very, very carefully. You gotta drain the blood so that you know obviously eat the blood. It won't evaporate that well, so we want to drain it first and get the flavor going.
Oh wait, this isn't Marshall's.
I mean, you
This
can
is-
see which one it is. Stop looking at the guide and look in front of you, millennial.
Huh, no match. Oh, wow. Who
This
could
is an
it
obvious
possibly
ability handprint
be?
except the prince of most likely the owner of the prince.
Oh, man. Oh,
Mr.
Mr.
Wright.
Wright, Mr.
You listen
Wright.
to Prince? That's cringe.
Wait, was it?
It's Detective Gumshoe's locker, so yeah.
Oh.
This isn't like a bloody thing or anything. We just found like another handprint.
Yeah, it's that tiny little smudge.
So these prints belong to the
Mm-hmm.
Something wrong, Mr. Raoul?
That's not how you say his name.
He gave me this. So what? Look.
I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, you come up with something better, fucko. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Raoul.
I guess I never miss, huh? Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handpin in this room. Let's check it out.
One other handpin.
Handprint.
This is the one we got a luminol reaction, right?
Yeah, damn fucking
Yep,
straight,
there's
Mr.
handprint right
Wright.
here. You ready to try to use the powder?
Mr.
You ready to
Wright.
start using powder? We're pre-pressuring you into using powder for the first time.
Mr. Wright.
Yeah, this doesn't feel right. It's the fifth game in it's the fifth case in a game, and it's like, oh, here's this wholly new thing that we're gonna spend literal minutes on describing of how this works. It's so
It wasn't even just a new thing for this game, though. It was like a new thing in general. This was probably early in the DS's lifetime.
Yeah.
It's just the thing is that like the previous case was so like good for a finale.
because it
Of, like,
was.
oh, we need to save Edgeworth, and then now it's just like, oh no, there's 15 hours of nonsense.
Yeah, this one's really not something that's like thought of as like the same sort of like main game. This is like a DLC campaign, basically.
Yeah.
This is for newcomers somehow.
People who've never come before.
This is for bitch.
Celibates.
And the
So
new
good.
faces reveal.
Got a bit ahead of myself.
It's Mr. Fake Carl Salesman.
Hey, these fingerprints, they...
Is someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall.
So yeah, my dad. I know him.
Shame you couldn't get Edgeworth to be your dad.
Somebody that I used to know.
That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Yeah, Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. So we have Jake Marshall's
Oh.
fingerprints on a wiped blood stain.
Why would my dad eat fingers and not share with me?
Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results.
Is this domestic abuse?
I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. Not
I
that!
guess is what you call them domestic. I don't believe it.
This is
They'd always
domestic
share the
evidence, if
fingers with me.
anything.
This is.
My dad would always share the fingers with me. I don't believe it. Hooray!
Oh, it's so
Hooray.
perfect.
See, we hit it at the perfect time.
The perfection of timing. And because Marshy isn't here, we don't got any art.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, that. Whew. I'll just do.
Well, you wanted to look at the thing, though.
I said after stream.
Oh, okay. That seems like it would be a stream thing.
I mean, if you're willing to take an extra 10 minutes to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's pull up.
Let's spoil everything for Conker.
What?
I I'm mildly exaggerating.
Mildly. So, of course, Phoenix would show up in 7 games. This is weird. Does he not show up in investigations?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think
Huh.
so, no.
The mysterious blue man in the suit. But then wait, Edgeworth only shows up in 7. Though I guess he doesn't show up in
alright,
every Apollo.
I think that they make reference to him, but he doesn't appear. So
True.
does that count?
Yeah, the man in the blue suit.
How
We
did-
cannot name him for reasons.
How did Gumshoe get 6?
Are you saying that's too many or too little?
Too many. Because he's in the first 3,
Yeah,
and
he's
then
in the
he's in the
first,
2 investigations.
and then he shows up in. He's mentioned in one of the Apollos.
Mentioned, but he doesn't show up, and
True.
this chart doesn't seem to be mentioned.
Oh, then yeah, how did he get 6?
I don't think he should have 6.
Weird. And then Emma's
So I
got
remember talking to you like, Emma has the exact same amount of appearances, and you're like, oh, dang. What game is Peyton not in? The first one, I guess? Or, sorry, not the first one, the second one? I don't know. Oh, maybe
he's
because
not,
it's the brother thing, right? Yeah.
the
He gets
brother.
replaced by the brother. Look at the bottom.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he gets replaced by the brother.
So he's in 4 of them, I think, and then 2 investigations, and then the brother's in the other 2 main lines.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pearl and Lotta somehow have the same amount of appearances. I thought Lotta only appeared like twice.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Is this maybe like?
Oh, she shows
I
up
don't
in
know.
investigations twice.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Little Bag's similar case.
Yeah.
As is Francisca. Francisca has her main second game appearance, and then I think like a cameo in 3.
Yeah. And then investigation both times.
Yeah.
As a child.
How did Meekins and Will get 3? Oh, probably investigations. Yeah.
Yeah, investigations.
Yeah, investigations has Meekins and Apollo.
So
Yeah, it's the first game.
does investigations have 2 appearances of Maggie, or? Is it counting her photo?
No, it's not. Otherwise, the Trebien guy would be here, who I'm forgetting the name of.
Well, Trebian has 2 appearances, I think, right? No,
They're
he has
not here. They're not on this list.
I thought Adrian would have had more.
Okay, so
And the circus girl's a strange one, because like none of the other circuses show up.
yeah, because Regina shows up in Investigations 2, specifically in the prison in the circus.
Oh, right, like the culprit stuff. Gotcha. I didn't know they had like culprits from that many games. I thought it was just like a couple of them from like
Well,
one.
she doesn't show up as a culprit. She shows up because the circus shows up to a prison.
Then why aren't the other ones there?
Because they just weren't there. It's.
What the
I honestly see that as a good thing. I don't.
I should have had Max.
True. Max
Max is like the only one people like,
really.
as far as I can tell. That's what I feel like.
I thought everyone had the same consensus about Max and the ventriloquist of just like, you two are creeping on a young girl. Stop that.
Oh, I don't recall.
And then Mo's just not very funny. So yeah, only remaining one is Regina, because she's the animal tamer, and it's a prison that deals with animals. And you can go watch that all if you go to Ewelynn's channel. She's been doing a playthrough of investigations and has done that entire case.
No, really.
Yay!
Very fun. That's where Frank saw it shows up, because he's in prison and he's training as a dog groomer.
Her channel's not in the description anymore.
Oh, frick, right, because she said of just like, I'm going to take an extended leave.
I mean, unless she wants you to not do that, you can probably just include it anyway.
Yeah, I mentioned it here.
I'll sneak it in.
And then, yeah, in the twos, it's just like, what 2 games do they show up in?
I mean, most of them are like investigations appearances or like obvious, like Adina, Simone.
Yeah. Of where it's like a back-to-back game situation. Same with Morgan.
But you notice there's only 3 reoccurrings from the 3DS games.
Huh.
I mean, Cliver, like, got his second appearance in a 3DS game, but his first appearance was in DS.
Yep, because he shows up in the middle of number 5. For some reason.
The last thing you'd expect in your Burger King number 5 Whopper is a Cliver Gavin, but that might be just what you get. Well, we might be done then.
Yeah. It was a good little trip.
And see, we didn't hit too many spoilers for Conker.
So yeah.
How you doing, Conk? You feel ruined?
Do you feel that despair? Welcome to Danganronpa.
Oh, I hate bears.
Punishment time!
We can't
Okay.
say that during Pride Month, Conker.
Well, I'll do the stream outro thing of thank you for watching, like the video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to be notified when a new one comes out, and the next one is supposed to be Monday, noon PST. So, see ya. Everyone say bye.
Incredibly bye.
Burf. Burf.